If you're a fiduciary or a probate attorney, let me ask you something real. Are you sick of managing the situation that's spiraling while everybody expects you to be the calm magician who makes it all disappear? If you're getting hit with emotional calls at all hours of the night, trying to coordinate cleanouts for a home that hasn't been touched in decades, watching deferred maintenance chip away at the estate's value while juggling your actual caseload, the heirs are fighting, the house is a mess, you didn't ask to be the therapist, or the project manager, or the crisis negotiator, but here we are. Somehow, you're the one getting blamed when things don't move fast enough. I've watched that pressure break good people, and that's exactly why I built what I'm about to show you. When a probate real estate project turns into a pressure cooker and the property is falling apart, I'm the one they call to step in, take over, and get it across the finish line. My name is Jeromy Robert, and my role is not just to be an agent, it's to be the fixer who handles every moving piece. The cleanouts, the repairs, the staging, the heir dynamics, and the close. I've worked with fiduciaries getting blamed for things completely outside of their control. Over the past few years, I've quietly managed millions in probate volume, helping my clients protect equity, preserve their time, and walk away looking like a hero. I've helped attorneys who found themselves forced into the therapist roles instead of just practicing laws. I've even stepped in when family members were accused of mismanaging the sale and made sure everyone walked away with clarity, equity, and peace. When emotions are high, timelines are tight, and the reputations are on the line, I bring calm, leadership, and bulletproof execution. This is for the fiduciary managing 5 estates at once, trying to keep the heirs calm while also juggling court deadlines, property issues, and nonstop pressure from every direction. It's for the probate attorney known for being the steady hand, but keeps getting stuck chasing agents who don't follow through, or they're getting dragged into emotional family drama that they never signed up for. It's for the attorney who inherited a mess of other people's problems, and they're the ones expected to fix it quietly, perfectly, and without a single ounce of gratitude. If that's you, this isn't about hiring another agent. It's about handing this off to someone who knows exactly how to protect the equity, the people, and your peace of mind so you can finally breathe again. Let me show you exactly how this works in the real world. Last year, an attorney called me about a property that had been lived in for 47 years. It was packed floor to ceiling with the memories, old furniture, and forgotten valuables. The heirs were fighting, no one could agree on anything, and the attorney wanted nothing to do with the family drama. I stepped in, I led the clean out, sorted and preserved the meaningful items, brought in my trusted contractors, and managed all the heir communications directly about the property. And on top of it all, no one had to visit the property, not even once. We ended up selling that property for $120,000 more than the family expected. The heirs walked away with more, the attorney got his fees faster, and my client never had to get involved in the mess. Another case came from an attorney whose client, living on the East Coast, just wanted to be done with it all after her mother passed. The house was outdated, the garage was damaged, and an old car had just been sitting there for months. We handled every detail. My team cleaned out the house. I personally got the car running with a new battery, some gas, a full car wash, and helped with the paperwork before selling it. We took care of repairs, coordinated the stagers, listed the property, and got it sold. She never set foot on the West Coast. When the deal closed, she told her attorney, "This was the smoothest thing I've dealt with since Mom passed. I don't just list homes, I manage the entire transition. I run point on sensitive property projects and protect the equity everyone's counting on." When you're overwhelmed, the last thing you need is someone showing up with vague promises and no real plan. And that's why I built the legacy system. It's a simple 3-step process I've refined through the years of my probate work. It brings structure to the chaos and peace of mind to people who've been pulled into one of the most stressful seasons of their life. Step 1 is clean out control. This is where it all begins. I bring in my team to sort, preserve, and clear out the home with care. We protect what matters, heirlooms, documents, photos, valuables, and respectfully remove the rest. Step 2 is equity rescue. Most probate homes are falling apart. Years of neglect, busted fixtures, peeling paint, it's money just leaking out of the estate every day. I step in with my vetted contractor team to make strategic improvements that increase the home's value without touching a dollar of the estate's cash. Every cost is covered through escrow. These are not vanity upgrades. They're calculated moves to protect and recover the equity that would otherwise disappear. I've seen it happen over and over again. Simple changes that lead to massive returns, and families walking away with more than they've ever expected. Step 3 is airflow. This is where most agents fall flat. The emotional weight, the siblings arguing, I act as a shield between the family and the friction. One trusted point of contact. That's the legacy system in a nutshell. And it doesn't just remove stress, it protects what matters, honors the people involved, and turns one of life's hardest transitions into something smooth and respectful. I didn't get into this to chase commissions. I got into this because I saw how many professionals were getting dragged into emotional chaos that was never part of their job description. I used to work in financial planning where pressure tactics and fear-based sales were the norm. It felt wrong, like you had to manipulate someone just to win the deal, and if I'm being honest, that's just not how I operate. What I've always cared about is people feeling like they're in good hands. I've spent years photographing families and weddings and real stuff that matters, and I realized it was never about the perfect photo. It was about presence. It was about trust. It was about getting it right when it counts. That's how I show up to this work too. Because when a probate property hits your desk, you're not just managing real estate, you're navigating emotional landmines, family politics, financial pressure, all while trying to protect your name and get through the process. Whether you're a fiduciary juggling multiple estates or an attorney trying to close out a case without becoming a therapist in the process, you need someone who sees what's at stake. Not just the house, but the time, your reputation. That's what I'm built for. This isn't just a listing to me, it's legacy work. So what do you actually get when you bring me in? Not just another real estate agent, not someone who hands you a checklist and then disappears. You get a true operator, someone who understands how delicate this process is and takes full responsibility for every moving part. Here's exactly what that looks like. A professional cleanout team from day one. We walk the property room by room, protecting heirlooms, locating critical documents, and salvaging what matters. We've found everything from military medals, trust paperwork buried under stacks of other paperwork. And we do it all so no one in the family has to step foot in the home if they don't want to. We handle the busted tile, the peeling paint, the outdated kitchen, the small things that quietly steal 6 figures of equity. My contractor team steps in with precision, and every dollar of work is paid for through escrow. One of my recent clients saw a $127,000 difference from this step alone. We're not throwing a house on Zillow and hoping for the best. We stage to sell, we capture the right visuals, position it with purpose, and attract qualified buyers who are ready to move. Most of the time it costs $7,500 to $20,000 for this, but we get to handle this through escrow as well. You never have to worry about a thing. Complete heir communication and emotional buffer. Family dynamics can tank a deal fast. Siblings don't agree, out-of-state heirs want updates, and too often that stress falls on you. I take over the communication about the property and manage the emotions so you don't have to. And most importantly, I own the entire process. You're not chasing updates from me. I run the project with full accountability from start to finish. One point of contact, complete transparent clarity, and real results. Now, if you tried to pull all this together on your own, the clean out, the contractors, the staging, the marketing, the heir management, you have enough on your plate. You'd be looking at $15,000 to $50,000 out of pocket, and you'd still be responsible to make sure it all happens. With me, one call sets the machine in motion. No upfront costs, no stress, no loose ends. This isn't about real estate. It's about making the hard parts easy. It's about peace of mind. If the weight of this latest case is keeping you up at night, or maybe you're tired of late night emails from frustrated heirs, if you're tired of fielding that same question over and over again, or if you're tired of being the one everyone blames when the property sits, the equity shrinks, or the family explodes, you're not alone. This is exactly why I do what I do. I would love to talk. No pressure, no commitment, just a real conversation. Tell me about the case. I'll break down exactly what I would do if I was in your shoes. If it makes sense to move forward, cool. If not, you'll still leave with a clear picture, a roadmap on exactly what to do next. Because of after everything you're already handling with the estate, this piece shouldn't be the thing that stresses you out the most. Click the link below, book your probate real estate strategy call. When everyone's looking at you to hold it together, you call me.